the chase. Start never second hand, never second hand, never stopping for a second, talking up on the line. You could jump on sound, I go try and make statements. Don't test my patience.
Take you home with me. Get what you're saying, all of these games you're playing. Can't bother reading your message, no I'm not here for your show, wasn't asking. But I've been quitting what you're taking, I've been sipping cause I'm making no regrets, I'm not insistent, just go and be what you are, I'm not missing you, yeah. I'm fucking down with all this shit you told me. Just regretting that I met you, damn you hold me down. All my fortune's just been wasted, all gone. Oh, you made me feel low. You thought there's a cure, I went and let you be. Now I know for sure I don't wanna take you home with me. I don't wanna take you home with me.
I'm not even gonna lie. That was nice. I felt that intro. How's it going, guys? We are back in action for episode 4 from season 1. It's unfortunately it was supposed to be episode 5 this week, but due to unforeseen circumstances, my fiber went out and we weren't able to go live with episode 4 last week. So we are making up for it this week. We have a few fun topics to actually go with. It's we are exploring the side a bit more for esports and how you get into the side of it, becoming a pro player and all those small kind of things. So we will be jumping into what's the base of a comp player, how do you become a professional player, your basic information. So tune in. We have our two normals with us, Mr. Nazgulian. He will be joining us again, as well as, well, I can't say Kaiju because Kaiju is no longer here. It's now Mr. Hades. It's jumping on the train. Yeah, I see. It's jumping on the train. So let's get these guys in here and let's jump to it. Gents, how's it going?
Doing good, thanks and you.
I'm doing good, thank you. Going on. At least I have fiber this week, so I'm always happy.
Thanks. I'm going well, but I'd like to just touch on the subject.
Mhm.
How, for everyone who's watching, let's start there. Zeus's fiber line is running in the street. Okay. Now, in our lovely country, we get those things we call potholes. So you come, and when the municipality comes and they fix the pothole, we are very happy. We are not angry people, but we do get angry when they dig up of the fiber line and then talk.
No, that was that was at least later. That was a later issue. The main issue for last week's podcast was unfortunately the main supplier, the infrastructure. They weren't able to supply. There was an issue on their side, so unfortunately Vox was off in multiple areas, unfortunately due to Frogfoot. So that's fixed. So that's at least one thing. We wanted to make it up later in the week, and then the other story came in with
So
you see again. I apologize. It's on my fault. It's on my fault.
Why?
I'm sorry. Duan Roberts,
wanna know
Webella,
why.
how's it going, my dude? How is it going? Thanks for tuning in. Listen, Naz, I just want to say, You-
Hoekom sal jy hom teer? Hoekom
Chom,
sal jy hom
Chom,
toeteer?
luister. Listen, you're moaning,
Anyway.
and I can see you're moaning because you're a bit blue there.
Yeah, it's a blue week, mate. It's a blue. Anyway, I was just.
It wasn't
to
even a
inform the
blue
rest of
Monday, it
the
was a
people.
blue week.
Blue week, straight up, man. It was heavy. So yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm
Yeah,
Don't
just-
wanna
bro,
go-
I
How's it
honestly
going?
don't. I honestly don't even know why they did it in that specific way. But hey, it happened. We went through it. It was unfortunate, but we went on. Kaiju, or must I say Hades?
Hades,
How's
yeah.
your week been?
Oh, it's been good. I missed you guys last week. I was looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
bro, we had a week off. Eh? It's been a bit of a vacation.
Just kind of nice. Yeah.
Did you guys at least put your feet in the sand a bit? Go on vacation. I mean, it's a holiday. It's an unpaid holiday, but it's a holiday.
I did. I relaxed, enjoyed some anime like I normally do.
Hey, what do you watch?
At the moment, I'm watching Orient.
Okay. I heard about it
It's
before.
something that recently came out. It's pretty dope. Online. I'm enjoying it.
I must actually go check into it. And before we say anything, I did not watch Resident Evil. I did not, unfortunately. It's that's something that slipped my mind completely. But what I did do,
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, man.
what I did rather
I'm
do,
sorry,
and
man.
it's as the people normally know me from my own stream and my friends is normally in the streams, they know I'm quite a bit of a car guy. So what happened is my girlfriend and I, we started watching Jeremy Clarkson's farm thing on Prime. The Clarkson farm. So we started watching that, bro. It's been funny, bro. The shit that guy does, I don't know how, but he just made it work.
I mean, come on. It's got an engine.
Bro, listen, the Lamborghini tractor. That thing is huge, but he doesn't.
But did you know that Lamborghini was originally a tractor?
Yeah.
tractor
You know,
producer?
okay, I know this is going far off the topic, but this is a podcast, so we can go and talk to whatever we want to talk about. But a bit of facts for the people that didn't know this. Lamborghini originally started off as a tractor company, but he bought a Ferrari. He wasn't happy with some of the issues that the Ferrari had. So Lamborghini went to Enzo Ferrari and he said, listen, I have a few issues with this, but there's an easy way to fix this. You can fix this and you can do it this way, and your car will pull out more performance, more power. It will just overall be a better fit car. And Enzo Ferrari told him, what do you know? You are only a tractor manufacturer. So what did Lamborghini do? He went
Made
ahead
Lambos.
and he made his Lamborghinis. Bro!
Yeah.
So
There's
once
the
once
lead
again, that just goes back and shows you that doesn't matter what happens, if you want to show someone a big screw you, it's gonna go that way. It's gonna be that way.
Wait. I can top that. With a much better one. Right. So you do know that just lose it from Eminem
Oh yeah.
was a mock of Michael Jackson. Right. So what Michael Jackson did was, instead of suing Eminem, he bought Eminem's music. So every time you got dissed by Eminem, he made fucking money.
Yeah,
Now that
yeah.
is a big screw you. I'll give that. That is genius. I
Bro,
mean, that's-
it's the
how
same.
did I say that?
50 Cent did the same. I can't remember with who he did that, but I know 50 Cent did the same thing. He bought the rights to it. So he told the people, you can diss as much as you want. But bro, I'm just making money. So go on. Entertain yourself. I'm making money here.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that's
Alright, so
genius.
for,
biggest event.
for everyone in chat, I see we have quite a bit of people in. I just want to say hello. Thank you for tuning in to episode 4. We will be going into a bit of I won't say touchy subject, because it's quite an open and discussable topic that we'll be discussing today, but it will mainly go into the side of how to become a professional player. So myself, being a professional player for the last 10 years, I've been out of the comp scene now for a few months. Just been taking a break a bit, seeing in what direction I personally want to go in. But there's always a way of going into things, and it's always going to run in a particular direction. So in the way of becoming a pro player, it's your first and easiest step will always be to move into the side of joining an organization or something like that. That's already in the professional scene. A lot of teams, they try and start up and they don't do as well. And it's understandable. They don't have the contacts to build up into a professional scene and move on from there. So, but your basics must be to actually be on a competitive level high enough to actually take part in against the pro players, with the pro players and all that. So I'm going to give this up and just name a few quick things. I'll go into depth with it a bit later. I'm going to give the two guys the opportunity to speak their side. But on my side, I'd say it's the ways of practicing. Like, a lot of people will laugh at you if you say you're going to practice for games, but it's generally a thing. It's esports is a sport. You have to go into it. And
Now, yeah.
you
gotta
have
be
to
serious.
put in practice. Unfortunately, the only way of getting better is putting in practice. The excellent person to speak about in this fact, and shout out to him, is Ulix. Bro, that guy's been grinding aim labs and Kovacs for the last fucking 2 years. Bro, that guy's aim is insane. He's an aim bot on his own.
There we go. No, it's impeccable. Impeccable.
Bro.
That guy can flip. That
Bro.
is brilliant.
So
give him that.
very quickly on that, it's your way of training. and then running on strats, your strats for particular games. If it's FPS, if it's games like Call of Duty, where you have your, you need to know, for instance, if you're playing hardpoint, if one hardpoint is going to swap to what direction is where the site is going to be next. Domination, similar to that. How you're going to play around, how your Slayer is going to play, how your ARs is going to play, how your objective player is going to play. Search and destroy, where the bomb is, what your push is going to be, where your flanks is going to be, who's your flank watch, all those kind of things. And then general knowledge of the map. It's like I said, I'll go into depth on this a little bit later, but it's generally your map knowledge that really does make a very big difference in how to become an actual pro player. So, I mean, if you know your map very well, you can outplay basically anyone. Ask, and I'm gonna put this on my own shoulders now, but ask Naz how many games we won due to my map knowledge on Siege just being a little bit above the rest.
It is impeccable. Me and Zeus have spent more time on the phone with each other than we've spent with I've spent with my wife and he with his girlfriend. You know, we were on the phone constantly.
Oh yeah, that was a constant thing all over, bro.
Because we were playing comps and we were strategizing, and the biggest thing that any game can change for you. You don't have to have brilliant gun skill, but map knowledge. Map knowledge is so important.
Yeah, no, there I'll fully agree.
You know, a soft wall or a soft ceiling above you, you can shoot through the floor, chuck a hand grenade. You know, those things. It's important to know the map. And yeah, no, we've discussed maps at full length at some points. 3.5 hour conversations on 2 maps for a comp for the next day.
That's why I'm actually a bit scared of going into this podcast with this topic. I mean, this is I can say this won't even be a podcast. I can make a movie out of this. Just talking about how deep you can go into this, but I'm going to cut myself short. Otherwise, I'm going to talk for the whole day. So, Mr. Hades, I'm going to put you up on the stage. So, give us your insight on how you feel. I know you are more on the side of content creation, so that's one part for you. But what do you think is your part of? I mean, you are busy with a professional organization and all that, so you have a little bit of knowledge on it. And I know you've been looking into it as well. So what do you think is your input on how to become a pro player?
Well, definitely, like you said, it's about how you practice. And it's about where you see yourself being when you are a pro player. So when you visualize yourself at the end goal, winning the tournament in the game, whose team do you want to be on? And then through that, you would look at how to approach that organization, what it takes to get into their team, what they're looking for in their players, and also in terms of content creation. Pro players with a lot of following have a higher chance of getting accepted into an organization. So making sure that you record your practicing, you show how you improve and are improving constantly throughout your game, and developing a following around that. A very good way of boosting your chances.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to, let's say, if you go into we are South African, so if there's anyone tuning in from anywhere other in the world, unfortunately, South Africans are known for their rugby, so I'm going to use rugby as our main point here. Basically, just fucking listen to that guy. Hi.
I'm not a supporter. I just felt it because it's an Afrikaans tradition. I've heard it so many times sitting on the couch. You're like,
Yeah, bro. Radio Raps.
Yeah. You see, we all know it. We've all had an uncle like that before.
Basically on Mondays or so, it'd be your strategy game times. Not as much in school. In school, your fixate is gonna be your main part. You're gonna run and run and run. Yeah, your fitness levels, bro. That's we used to hate Mondays because of that. But normally in your professional teams, than that, you go into the side of strategizing. So you go over whatever weekend's games you had, and you strategize from that. So you see who did what wrong. So who missed in esports terms, who missed their shots and why did they miss their shots? Was their time to kill too slow against the other people, or were the other people's damage buffs and everything more? Were their items more? Was their enchantments more? Well, whatever the reason was why they lost that specific round or they lost the 1v1 kill there. Then you check was map knowledge, how the map control was. There's a thing that I normally told to my siege teams as well was, if we have map control and we push those guys into 2-3 rooms and we have the rest of the map cut down to just it's just us. We have total control. Really, that game is done. It's basically done. There's nothing else that goes on from there, and that's why on Duan's comment here on YouTube, that's why Zeus is good. Just knowing the map, no skill. Basically, I am that one. I get my kills due to map knowledge. I outthink my opponents. I'm gonna start sounding like Andrew Tate now. I outthink my opponents.
Bruh, too soon, bruh. Yo, grenade.
Bro.
Everyone's gone.
Bro. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
We have one up on Andrew Tate. Well,
What do we have?
technically both Tate brothers. We can actually stream on YouTube.
Okay, cool. I'll give you that. Well played. Well played.
So yeah. So basically, like Hades said as well, it's you need to reevaluate what you did on your previous game, and if it's a competitive game or if it's just practice, you have to go over it and see where you can push and develop on that particular event, whatever you did, you were busy practicing. So back to you, Hades.
Yeah, so I like where you touched on that, where you go review over your games and how you played and identify where you went wrong, where you could have done something better. And to touch on something you were talking about before on Mapway, similarly in other games you'd also need to look at champions or items and ability information as well to help strategize your gameplay.
Yeah, so I definitely get that. And like I said, if you go over that and you work through that, that's your main way of improving. A lot of teams, they don't want to go into that because, I mean, playing games is fun and we all like to do it. But unfortunately, if you are going into a more professional scene, you have to put time away for your part of the practice is going to be your game knowledge and reviews. So you have to go through all that shit. And that's how I taught Naz how to play better, is taking him into a custom game, letting him run through the maps and seeing whatever he can improve on. General angles and all those kind of things. So it does help at the end there.
Yeah, the next thing you can move on to is looking at high ranked players that you enjoy watching play and seeing how they play and seeing if they have any tutorials or guides that they put.
Yeah, well, especially, I mean, for me that's been a Siege player now for the last 4 years, a lot of the times the new things that happens on the invitationals or the professional teams that's busy playing on a major or anything like that, that's normally where you see angles and things that you haven't seen before for a very long time. So you jump into that, you push on, you get a new one. Well, Dota, League of Legends, anything. You check what the pro players do, how they exploit whatever again, because every single major, every single invitational, every single event that there is, the pros always find a way to break the game. There's always a new meta that's out.
Always. I can touch on that. So definitely what I can say is if you go look at League of Legends and you go look at the best League of Legends player in the world, people can say whatever they want. Hands down, Faker is the best League of
Oh,
Legends
bro,
player
of
I have
course.
ever seen
Bro, I don't even
in my
play
life.
League of Legends and I know about Faker.
This guy has done things that I can't even do. You know, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't fathom the thought to execute what he has executed there. That is brilliant. There's like one in a million of these Ikes that ever play, and when you find that particularly, like Josh touched on, you know, that guy that you really watch playing, you can see, you can basically build a structure around the way he balances his cooldowns, how he walks back and forth to keep XP but stay far enough out of range to take damage. There's 1,000 things that is going on at the exact same time in that guy's head, and he's basically able to execute all 1,000 things simultaneously and do destructive shit. It is
Oh yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
I love it.
But I can say that also goes into a lot of on the practice side. I mean, you need to know what your role is.
Yeah.
So you have to work on whatever your specific role is. I mean, I know I'm jumping a lot into Siege and Call of Duty because that's the two games that I know most, and CS, and I mean all those. But you need to have a flanker. So the guy, he needs to know how to play his flanks. He needs to know his angles best to what he would play, where the newest angles is, all those, so that he can contest whatever's going on there. You need to have your entry fraggers or your roamers. So those or slayers even. Those are the guys that normally cuts the guys down that's trying to pull through the flanks. So you have your
i.e.
flank
Ronan.
watch. Yes, exactly. Ronan is a perfect example of
That
that.
guy plays a Frost. Is it Frost? What's her
Yeah,
name?
it's the
Frost,
one
yeah.
headshot that never misses.
That's aimbot. That Ronin 47, my friend, I give it to you. Jy kan dit kry. Jy is a Frost mine. He has South Africa's highest Frost mat kills.
Yeah,
This guy
I
is
swear,
good.
bro. I swear. He
This guy is good, and that also, sorry Zeus, I'm jumping in, but that as well is, you need to trust the guy he's walking in that room. You gotta trust that guy what he's doing. That's also a big part of having that pro spirit is.
Yep.
If you go into a match with randoms, you automatically assume this oak's gonna get fragged in the next 10 seconds. No questions asked. When you go into
yeah.
and then it happens. I mean, I've seen Oaks just stand by a window and die. He was literally just standing by the window, minding his own fucking business. Gloop headshot, dead. Then he has been shot from across the map. Because Oak doesn't know what he's doing. But when you play in a professional team, you get that confidence to know that guy's going to push when you push. And that is an extremely important thing, is the commitment and the trust between players. That is, you can be the best player in the world, but if you don't have a team, you can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
definitely.
It's one of those things.
It always goes down to the fact that everyone has to have their back, and your communication inside the team has to be so good that if one person dies, it has to be like water. You need to be able to fill any position. So if you are a slayer and let's say you are playing in Search and Destroy on Call of Duty, or even Siege, and you are the roamer or the slayer, the moment that, let's say, two people die, you need to start moving back to the main bomb or the site so that you can start pulling back. So then you suddenly become an anchor or OBJ player, where you need to know where your angles are, where the common pushes is going to be from. Normally you will be able to get information from that as well, especially if I'm playing Valk, then you'll always have your information. But it's it's normally that's one of the cases of where and how your team pushes together. Because the moment that you make a call, Naz would know that a lot of times I would make a call and say, listen, shoot on this spot exactly when I tell you. The moment that I say shoot and he starts shooting, it's always a kill. So the moment that you have that communication between the team and in a professional scene, it's amazing. It really is amazing.
How would you guys say it would be best to develop a team building spirit when your team members are so far away?
Don't play rank games.
Don't play great games.
Well, well, you
Yeah,
have to.
play rank games, but
Your
I'm
your rank
saying,
your rank is normally your side of where you would normally. How can I put this in an easy way? That's your more competitive scene. So
Yeah.
that's where your higher level players are going to be. That's where you're going to actually be able to test your skills against the other players' skills, and how your teamwork works, how everything works around that. So I'd suggest that rank would be the best option to go with. But then also going to custom games, making calls, having pre-fires, having C4 throws, having nade kills, knife throws, whatever you want to do, hatchet kills on Call of Duty, whatever you think and how to practice in that scenario, on how to practice basically, to put in how to set something up in a specific way. So the moment that, let's say in Siege, you know that they're planting and it's a, well, I'd say pre-plant, but they're busy planting in Siege, and you are a roamer that's downstairs, they're playing second floor, and you know where to C4, but you're not 100% sure, so someone makes a call out and says it's there. You have to trust that call out and go with what your team says. If you know exactly where, of course, go with your own intuition. But the moment that you're not 100% sure and they give you a call out, go with your team's call. That's always going to be the way of pushing it up and helping out of it. It's going to be one of the better options to go with.
Just doing the trusting.
I have to say, I agree with Zeus. Look, rank games have to be played. Unfortunately, that is how you sift the diamonds from the rocks. You know, if you don't play rank and you don't put anyone under that pressure,
Yeah, because rank is constant pressure.
it's pressure. Because this is the thing: in a casual game, there's nothing that's really affecting you. Okay, 5 guys led into a game, all of them are platinum level. Beautiful. One guy drops out, they get a random. They don't really care. They're gonna give him a little bit of shit and then they're gonna leave him. Let that happen in a rank game though. Let have 5 or 4 great platinum players with a bronze or a silver player. Then pressure is on, mate. Pressure is on because these guys are playing against guys their level, and I'm talking about experience, mate. We were one plat, two golds, and I was bronze, and we ranked up against 5 plat guys. It was one of our competitor teams actually, and yeah, I wrecked one oak. I wrecked the plat guy. I'll give myself that half. Well done, mate. Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, we did that. But that is the thing. The pressure was on me because remember, everyone is performing at a higher level than I am. I don't know as much as they know. I don't know where to push. I don't know exactly. I don't have confidence. So when you start playing those rank games with your teammates, yes, it does build confidence. A lot of time your teammate will tell you, don't be scared, just push. You know, because he has information possibly that you do not know.
And a lot of times I did that with Naz, where I'd literally just tell him, listen, let's go. Just sit on my back. That's all. He just sticks here with me. I'm running in front. He's just sticking with me. If I make a bad call and we both die, that's on me. Then he's mad at me. He has full right to swear me, but you took the gamble with your team.
Yeah. So the big thing that I'm trying to touch on is that guys who play rank take it very seriously, and you need to understand that a lot of these guys do have a lot more experience than you. So my biggest topic or my biggest point on this would be mindset. When you're going into the game, you got to go in with the mentality that you're going to give your best. And me and Zeus had long talks about this, you know. You're going to give it your best. You're going to look at the game. You're not going to look at the players' ranks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because
it's just a badge.
Just a badge. So our guys are in plat. They don't deserve to be there.
Oh no, they got carried. How are you in plat with a 0.3 KD? You are dog shit at the game. Press uninstall.
Exactly. So rank, it's a turmoil. It's a thing that people when I started playing League of Legends, ranked was unspeakable, mate. You didn't go there unless you knew what you were doing. I didn't touch rank for at least the first 6 years of my league career. I didn't touch rank.
Just
I played 1 or 2
imagine.
games to get the experience, but after that, I felt it was too much pressure because everyone is putting pressure on you because there's something at stake for a change. It's not just the stat; it is whether you go to a higher division or whether you drop a division. And some oaks work really hard to climb those divisions, and they don't want to lose those divisions based on a person who doesn't know what they're doing. So yes, mindset is a big thing. These are the things that you need to cancel out of your mind. You gotta, and your teammates help. Your communication from your teammates help. I mean, my one mate, Diego, he was like, always this, like, hey Naz, I got your back, bro, don't worry about it. Thanks, mate, And it happens. I die, he's there for the refrag. He dies, I'm there for the refrag. Me and that guy played together. When me and Zeus, when I originally joined Exo Bravo, it was because me and Zeus were giving a guy cock on Facebook because he couldn't keep quiet. So I jumped in and Zeus jumped in. He's like, hey, bro, there's a Lani. Hey, bro, there's a Lani. And that's it. There we go.
That was truly the way our Naz and I got together. It's because a guy wanted to give me shit on a Facebook video. And I told him, listen, bro, you're trying to give me shit, but you're the fucking one that can't even properly play. And then suddenly Naz started out of nowhere. I didn't even know the dude. He starts backing me here like he's a bra from years. So from there.
Loss is minor. But yeah, so that and then secondly, I told Zeus if I'm coming, I'm bringing a mate with me. And that's what I did.
Oh yeah.
Urahara Senpai. This guy could play
anything.
We didn't have much. Me and him were the same. We were the same. Okay, we didn't have map knowledge, but we have gun skill, so it's not completely useless. Yeah, okay, I fragged Zeus once or twice with the impact grenade. I shot Ronin in the back of the head because he leaned, but you know, it's tactical disadvantages that seem to occur at the top. And me and Ura could be thrown on a map together, and we would push hard, and we would get those plays. And having someone like that is really a game-changing experience, because instead of sitting alone trying to watch a YouTube video on where to get good and what to look out for, you also have to fight these guys who have a lot of more experience than you, who shoot you from angles that you don't even know exist. I mean, I've been shot through a floor, and I don't know how the guy shot me through the floor. I don't know how he knew I was there, but he knew I was there, and it's probably Zeus's twin playing for another orc. Yeah, they knew. They know these things. But yeah, that's the thing. So you get to a point where you get comfortable with people, and then you build a bond and you build trust with these people, and you can actually move forward into a gaming scene a lot more comfortable. Because if you're alone, you always got, when you lose, it's always that, you know, just what didn't I do? Who could I prevent it? And then you kind of just, you don't fill your mind, not with negative thoughts, but with just of where constantly focusing on improving that you're not improving.
Yeah.
Because while you're playing the game, you're thinking about what you've seen. You're thinking, okay, and oh, I remember the last game he shot me from here. I must look out from there. Then he gets you from the angle where you were supposed to be looking. It happens. So you shouldn't get discouraged. Yes, there are guys that play 18 hours a day. That is what they do.
Oh yeah.
Get over it. It happens. You are gonna face people who are exceptionally good or exceptionally dog shit. Okay, it happens. You got either or. There's no in between. We've all made peace with it. Okay, it's just part of it.
It's either you're amazing or you're shit. That's it.
That's it. There's no mediocre.
Listen, and a lot of times guys tell me that I'm good, but bro, I still feel that a lot of times I'm falling in that shit category. The no skill, go try again, uninstall the game. Yeah, I'm one of those people as well.
Okay, only place I'm really like that is Tarkov.
Oh
I don't do that. So anyone who's playing Tarkov and thinks what they've just heard is going to apply to them, please take all this knowledge, throw it in the toilet and flush. open YouTube and go find a couple of guys to watch, because this is not the place for Tarkov. You cannot play this game like that. No. Then you're on your toes, mate. Always.
It's a
That
different
rush
level.
moves.
we're-
You shoot that
with
push. You fucking
just
shoot
as
it.
a full disclaimer, we are talking about competitive and professional play, not Tarkov. Tarkov it's bro, that's a podcast on its own.
Come on, I just gotta throw Tarkov in there, because there's another ook like me sitting there. Ja, ek gaan gebruik wat ek geleer het op Tarkov. Ek gaan vir my maatjie kry.
As ek nou hier klaar gekyk het, gaan ek uitspring, ek gaan Tarkov gaan speel en dan gaan die manne bumrush. Nee baba. Not gonna work like that.
No, we'll save a podcast. There'll be a special podcast. We'll invite a few people who have walked through the deep knee waters, sometimes the up here water of Tarkov.
Oh yeah,
But,
bro. I'm thinking I have a few ideas of people that's I can get a few
Marvelous.
guests in on there.
Marvelous. So it's going to be like a 6-7 part podcast.
Oh yeah, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We
Listen.
could title it of how Tarkov changed my life.
Yes, bro. I swear. I think we must do that. I think we must make that a special. We'll make it a
Let
special.
the chat decide. Come on, let the chat
Yeah,
decide.
chat, Chat, put it down. If you want to see a special on specifically Tarkov, we'll do it. Put it in chat. Put it there.
course.
And we'll see what we do. We'll see what we do.
Yeah, no, definitely. Anyway, away from Tarkov. Yeah. So that's my two cents on a little bit of the topic. Is just mindset is a big role. You
Oh, yeah,
shouldn't go
definitely.
into the game and see these guys high levels. They're all just numbers. You know, it's at the end of the day, he could be lagging. He's playing badly. You get the kill. Your confidence boost is way up here. If you can outplay a guy who thinks and actually tells you that you're shit, and you kill him in such a way that makes you seem like a god, you are here. Your confidence is here, and it's beautiful. It is the best thing ever.
No,
So,
I would fully agree with that, but just a small tap there on what Naz said now about the stats and all that. At a sense, it's good to just take a look at the stats, not get discouraged by the stats, but to get an idea. Normally, the amount of games that they play throughout the season, what their KD is, all those small details.
like the most picked
Overall,
character and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially touching on the most picked characters. And that's a very, very big one. The reason being for that is the moment that you know more or less, let's say the guy plays Doc in Siege, Doc or Rook, you know they're most likely, not always, but most likely,
most likely
gonna
to.
play Insight.
Yeah.
If there's a guy like or a woman like Caveira, you know that bitch ain't gonna be inside that site. She's gonna be lying or making some other fucking hole in a cupboard. She's gonna come here like a snake from the back. She's gonna fucking come here, and she's gonna think, listen, I'm gonna get my chance now. So checking out the stats is a good idea just beforehand, and if there is a chance to push it anyway further than that, I mean, go for it. A lot of guys, they have a platinum, like I said earlier, they have this plat badge. It seems like they're these amazing players, but in reality, they were carried there by their friends, and they have a 0.5 KD or something like that. That's not earned. You didn't earn plat. You got carried there. The fucking Stork took you there or something. I don't know. But whatever took you there, well done to them, because hell, they had a difficult time.
When you said Stork, there came three
The
things into
baby.
my mind. Okay. There was Jack and the Beanstalk, there was the Stork the bird, and there was the Butter Stork, the one in the round crown. It will get you there as well. I don't know how, but it will. Sliding into plat like it was yesterday's lunch, but I like, whoop.
Bro, it might slide a few other things if you're playing a difficult game, it might slide a few other things, but we won't go in too deep into that, especially if you have a 0.5 KD. You should know there's been a few times that you've been slided.
No, that's one of those things. So yeah, no, I just don't fixate on the stats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Take
definitely.
them out. It's
Especially
great
if you're looking to improve yourself. Look, I know there's some people that's gonna, if they're gonna see the podcast afterwards, they're gonna take it out of context. Where I said, well, 0.5 KD is bad and all that shit. It isn't. I'm not going into directly that, but if you are a platinum player, diamond player, bragging about you got plat or whatever, you have those stats, bro. You didn't earn that shit.
No ways.
You can't be bragging about a specific rank or whatever, and you didn't earn that rank. A lot of time it is teamwork, yes, but if your team carried you all the way and you have a 3.0, 4.0 win-loss ratio and you have a 0.5 KD, bro, you were just there. You were the target. You had a big red.
Participatory player.
Yes, bro. You have that
You are-
red mark on your forehead. On your back it says shoot yeah.
You are the hostage that they took with the fight.
You are the one that they normally call at night to get bot lobbies. You are that friend.
Ebra kort ys asseblief.
Choma, rebirth is moeilik. Kom slaan gou draai.
Ja, asseblief man. But yeah, so no, that's and another thing that I just like to add that is cooldowns. I would like to touch that 1 second is a very, very long time. But people don't think that until you've played a game where you don't need it in a second. You need it now.
Yeah.
It must work now.
It
Cooldowns
had
are
to
very-
work 6 clicks ago.
Exactly. Cooldown, and that's what, again, touching on Faker, that's what makes Faker so great. He knows his cooldowns to the T. Every single level, he knows the cooldown change. He knows when to engage. I mean, he knows where to stand to get XP range. He knows how much XP he needs to get to the next level. And it's just, if you keep all these things if you try and keep them all in mind while playing the game, it gets overwhelming very quickly. You need to take it slow and you need to learn about these things. I myself don't know all the cooldowns on all the champs. I'm not even the champs that I main. I know them 100% well, you know.
Yeah.
But in my head, I know that once I've cast this, I have about this much time, so I can set up a play for this. I don't know the exact number. I don't know the exact okay, now I can do this.
Yes.
You know, I'm still sitting there pushing my keyboard like, "Jara, hoekom werk dit nie?" You know, cooldowns are a thing. So that is a big game changer, and their 1 second can make or break the game.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's your timing on a lot of particular things. It's quite big. It's you have to have in your side discipline on when and where, how to do your specific timings on whatever attribute you want to use in your game.
And don't get greedy. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
calling you, but don't get greedy. Hey, Oxa hungry, bruh. Yo, I've seen guys chase guys across the map and he doesn't even get the kill. He just walks back to base. Like, okay.
Yeah,
Come on. You wasted 30 seconds of your life. For what? For who?
bro, it's like
Anyway.
when playing a shooter game, it's trigger discipline.
Yeah.
Trigger discipline,
Not
bro.
friends, like-
You can ace. You can ace a map and you can ace around. Let's put it that way. You can ace around just by playing slowly. Not too slow, but wait for the right time. The moment that the right time pushes itself, you hit that and you take it with open arms. You grab it with open arms.
Yeah, because I mean, let's take Siege for example. It's 5 players, 5 bullets, 5 kills.
Literally.
Literally,
Siege.
if you're that good, 5 bullets, 5 kills. The whole game can be won by shooting 5, kicking 5 times. That's it.
Yeah, that's all. If you are good with your pistol, you can win the game with your pistol,
Done. That's it.
bro. There's been times that I've done that, just playing pistol and just slamming the lobby. There's been times like that.
when then you get called a hacker. I don't like that.
Oh, hey, Mr. Hacker, can you please switch? Can you please switch off your hacks?
Because it's playing on Singapore servers.
Bro, I played on Singapore servers the other day. The other day when I played Siege, I played with Exodia. Now, Exodia is a professional player. And
Yeah.
I opened up the 1H. We were playing, what's that map? Consulate on Siege. Second floor admin office. You open up the hatch. You can either check the main door from Visa or the side window from Visa. And you must know, I normally sit there in admin, shoot one of those small containers on the right hand side, and I sit and hold a very long angle. They can't see me, but I can see them clearly. Bro,
That is
I shot the one guy. He dropped the diffuser, and it was 1v3 or 1v4 or something, where they kept on running for the diffuser. I kept on shooting them from the same exact angle with no one knowing where the fuck they got killed from. Exodia was spectating me. He's like, bro, what's this angle? I said, bro, it's an angle. It goes down to map knowledge. It's literally the moment that you know where you can outplay you. Listen, I'm not the best. My KDs are. I have a decent KD over majority of my games, but I'm not the best skilled gun player that there is. I win majority of my gunfights due to map knowledge. Look, and Naz is he can tell you I can go 14-1, 20-1 easily in a game of Siege.
quick thing.
Easy,
Map
bro.
knowledge.
But it's mainly because of map knowledge. Yes, I do get my lucky picks, and you have to at least be a bit skilled to get your picks and win those one-on-one gunfights. Maybe even 2-on-1. Sometimes you have to be quick and you have to refrag on whatever happens from there. But
So stop being modest. It's 4-5v1, please, man.
Yeah, bro.
tell the world. It's 4v5v1.
Bro,
You
yeah.
you still get called a hacker, bro.
yeah, bro,
Yeah.
they push me five at a time, and you just swing around. Especially if you have an LMG, you just sit there. The Lord Tachenka,
Yep.
he just sits there.
Yeah.
Pa 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 pa. Done.
It's done.
Game's
It's
done.
over. There's no questions asked.
Bro, in Siege, if you see the Lord being pulled out, leave game. It's done.
I'll say 4, bro. Drop the queue.
Bro,
Fuck the timer. I
bro,
want to play against that.
hang up your headsets. Throw the mouse there with a cat or something. I don't care.
Yeet.
Yeet it, bro. Yeet it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, yeah, back on topic. So yeah, just cooldowns, map awareness, map knowledge. I don't think there's and practice. Practice is a very important.
I'd say
thing.
builds as well. Look, builds overall. I mean,
No,
League of
yeah,
Legends,
obviously
Dota, all that. That
You-
your
But that, if I have to touch on that, mate, it's too much knowledge. It's just too much.
it's a lot. But going into it very
It's a
quickly,
lot.
it's one wrong purchase on your builds. Let's say in League of Legends can fuck up your whole character.
It ends the game because if you are supposed to be a tank, a very great item for you late game would be a Warmox armor. If you have more than 3000 HP, you have a massive jump in health regeneration after 5 seconds of not taking damage. That's brilliant. So you can tank. You can basically it's not, there's a word for it. It's not kiting, but I can't think of the word now. But you're just taking free damage. And while you're taking this damage, your damage dealers are doing their job. And then when you see you low HP, you flank back a little, wait 5 seconds, let your bruiser or so take over what's going on. Once you're full HP, in lane, you stand in lane, regen full HP, you walk back to that fight.
So for the
you
Apex
did not
players, that's called you playing fucking Gibby.
Pretty much. RTB! But yeah, so then what happens is if you don't buy that item, you have to back and then walk all the way back to lane. Which in that time, where your damage dealers needed you to take that damage for them, you were missing. So their damage output is a lot higher because no one's taking their damage and they actually have a tank taking. So you not being in that team fight is a crucial thing. So yes, one item can fuck up the entire game, not just your character.
Yeah, no, definitely. It does bring it down to the main factor. Like for instance, there on your side now, with what you said now, it's your League of Legends build, it's your tanks and all that. In Call of Duty, for instance, let's say you put in the wrong, I don't know, your wrong barrel or your wrong stock, your ADS speed and everything gets decreased. So you can't flick as quick onto the guy. And the moment that, especially if you go up against a sniper or something like that, let's say you have a sniper, but you have a poorly built AX50 against the SPR 308. Bro, that SPR is going to slap you if he has a proper build. If he has a proper build, dude, it's done. It's klar. Don't even try.
Yeah. Because I mean, he's got that 0.3, that 0.2 second advantage of you. By the time you can literally both right click or if you guys playing on console, left trigger, you can literally do it at the exact same time.
And you'll
But
be
he will
faster.
have it faster, and it's not much faster. It's 0.2, 0.3 seconds.
But that
he's
0.2, 0.3 in a
ahead
professional
before you can
scene,
see
bro. Yo,
Yeah.
0.2, 0.3 is basically enough time to go gooi a braai, eat, come
And
back,
come back.
and still kill the guy. It's more than enough
Yeah.
time.
And no, if you still have to think about shooting, no,
It's done.
sorry.
It's done.
You're dead.
That's klar.
That guy's he's zoned there. He knows where you're standing. Again, map knowledge. That's why we can talk about this for hours, because map knowledge and builds and all of it go hand in hand. It's and that's the beauty about it. You can't just touch on one portion.
Yeah,
If
no,
you touch
it's.
there, you're going to touch there, and you're going to touch there.
I mean, how many topics have we touched now just by talking for the last hour? Just jumping
I mean,
around on a
we've gone-
few small
Yeah.
We've
things.
spoken about prize, we've spoken about portals, we've spoken about games. I mean, we've spoken about everything. Even Tarkov was mentioned.
Yeah, bro, fucking hell. But it's, look, in the end, there's a lot of work to become a pro player. It's
Hard work.
it's very hard work. You have to put in a lot of time. You have to put in a lot of effort. It is very easy to do it if you do put in all the effort for that. You're not going to become a pro player instantly.
No.
It's
And that's
years
the
of
thing.
practice.
That's the thing. And a lot of new guys are walking in with the mentality of, okay, cool, I'm going to become a pro player. And then they've been playing casually or they've been playing ranked games. Ranked games do not touch
On competitive play.
competitive play.
No, not at all.
Tournaments and stuff. That is a next level. That is not as you think what you learned in ranked is difficult. Go check what those oaks are doing.
Yeah, no,
That becomes very difficult very quickly. So don't walk in with the mindset of, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this. Don't walk in with the mindset and think, yeah, okay, I've got so many hours and I'm this good. No, mate. No, there are people that are better than you. You need to. Humility in this aspect is a very big thing.
you have
be
to know
humble.
that there's always going to be someone better than you.
Always.
And
Always.
unfortunately, if there's any guys that has this mentality at this current stage as watching this video or even after the live or joining in this live now, there can be a girl better than you. They can.
Accept it, mate.
Bro, just accept
Yeah.
it. There's been multiple, especially in South Africa, bro. There's an issue on Call of Duty currently where, unfortunately, no female players can easily play inside a lobby. The moment that they find out it's a girl playing in the lobby, bro, she's a fucking
They get
dishwasher.
harassed a lot.
She has to
Yeah.
go make a sandwich. It's
Why
bro,
is she
it's
playing
bad.
games and why
A
is she
lot of
playing
my
games?
Yeah.
friends complain about that.
Yes, bro, it's
That's
bad.
bad.
It's honestly, it's bad.
Really bad.
And as men, of course, it's not a direction in which we should go. I mean, the females are already out of their comfort zone. I won't say fully out of their comfort zone, but they are, because some of them are very scared just to put the mic on. They pick masculine names just so that they don't draw attention to themselves, and then they're too scared to put on their mics because the moment that they speak, they get harassed. So that's
I mean,
that's also a thing.
generally why you get. Yeah, that's why you get an all girls team.
Yeah.
Generally. That's
So
because
leave the ladies alone, guys. The moment that the lady's better than you, say GG like a normal
Accept it.
fucking human being. Don't be Andrew Tate and fuck off.
Just accept it. Accept it. It's gonna happen. I mean, there are 12-year-old kids better
Oh.
than me at League of Legends. And what am I gonna do about it? Gonna go burn
Bro.
his preschool down
Bro.
because I'm fucking angry? No.
Bro,
that's
if
against the
you
law.
want to
You don't
get
do
messed
that.
up in a game, you as whatever age you are, go play Fortnite.
Yeah, no, 8-year-olds, bruh, those oaks are building castles, and I'm like,
Bro, you're gonna get a 6-year-old on a tablet, on an iPad, building a 6-story hotel, 102 rooms with free Wi-Fi and a hot tub, and he's gonna fuck you up.
he has, in fact, he has your teammates in the hot tub.
Yeah, bro, after they killed you, he's splitting your loot with him.
Yeah, it's great, bro. Those oaks are great. Yo. But that's another topic for
Yeah,
another
bro.
people are
There's so many topics that we can go in here where
But-
things can go crazy, bro.
The only reason I just wanna state this. I don't want to say the only reason, but it is the main reason that you can find this talent this young is because they have access to this. And that's
Yeah,
why
bro.
when me and Sis
We
started
didn't
playing,
have access to that shit.
Who are you gonna fight? You're gonna fight your little
Yeah,
score. That's
in the early
it. You're better
stages.
than yourself. That's it.
The
There's no-
development kicked in a lot earlier.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
so-
It's. I mean, I can take in my cousin for instance. He's been playing Fortnite mobile since I think he was about 5 years old. He played on the S6. Bro, that I played on the PlayStation and Xbox, and he joined in and screwed those people over so badly on an S6. He now has a PC. Bro, that guy edits so quickly that he makes professional players look bad.
Huh?
Bro,
Yeah,
he
young
edits.
exposure.
He edits open a window, one taps you in the head, closes the wall, and you didn't even see the wall open.
I imagine that.
Bro,
Hey,
no,
bro.
no. Literally, it's just like, wait, what? It's bro. Him and I played 1v1s before, and I'm not scared to say that he screwed me so badly. The moment that I said to him, "Listen, no building, let's play guns only," then I won easily. His gun skill, unfortunately, isn't close to what my gun skill is. But Blue, the moment that there's building involved, I can forget about it. He's on top of me, under me, around me. Listen. I think that's the first time in my life that I can say my cheeks were clapped.
Yeah, but that is also another thing. That is game knowledge. He knows
Bro,
how to play.
bro, he knows
play,
that
how to play.
exactly. He has his key binds and everything is set up specifically for him.
Yeah.
But gents, thank you for the episode 4. Before we run for hours and hours and hours off here, because we can do that, especially with the topics that we have. Hell, bro. But I think we mainly touched everything on what generally had to be touched. It's we mentioned about how you can get into it and what your processes are for it. So for anyone that wanted to have the information on that, I hope it could help at least one person out there. Even if it just helps you increase your KD with 0.1 or something. Whatever happened and whatever you took out of this, I hope it can help even more. And yeah, we'll see where everything goes. Maybe even send me a DM and we'll see if we can get you into a competitive team.
Yeah. No. So just a last final thought from our side. Don't be afraid to go. Be afraid to go into a practice mode, i.e. getting your gun skill up to scratch, getting used to the weaponry. Go into those game modes against the bots. Learn your recoil, where to aim. Not specifically get T-Hunt. I play T-Hunt for hours. I have I don't know how many hours on T-Hunt, but I have hours on T-Hunt.
Bro, I think on Siege all over, I have on rounds played about 1,000 hours specifically on PC. Then I have separately, I think, 800 hours on Tiant.
Yeah, it's a
So,
practice
bro,
tool. It works. It's like
it
aim
works.
labs.
It works.
Don't be afraid. Don't think you're wasting your time because you're not actually playing against physical people.
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're learning the tiny little tactical things that you don't have the time to take in when playing against the physical people.
Yeah.
Because then there's too much pressure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So yeah.
So yeah, Gaju, Hades, Naz, I want to thank you guys for today's episode. So yeah,
That's
chat,
good.
it's next week we will be bringing in our very first guest. It's going to be a bit of a surprise, so tune in next week and we'll see how it goes with the first interview now with that. So, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We had a very big audience tonight. At a stage, I saw we were pushing a constant 7 people and that's live watching. And Duan, of course, up and down with the comments there. So, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And, we will see you. Okay, suddenly my phone decided I'm speaking to that. Artificial intelligence. So yeah, chat, we will see you next week, and like always, thanks. We love you.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
All right, let's go. Cheers, chat.
You try hard to find the answer when no one knows how it feels between disasters. It comes and goes. The life of dreams is moving faster, and no one knows the constant fear of what comes after. We'll never know. It's weighing me down. Got my feet on the ground. Let's hide away from the light and run away from the night. Let's run away. We're falling hard to find